Hello and welcome to another episode of The Space Weather This Week. In this weekly bulletin, we bring you the latest conditions in space weather, including the solar and interplanetary events. If you want to know, understand their implications, do not miss our news on space weather, The Space Weather This Week. Let us begin our news with the conditions of the Sun. The Sun, which is the source of all space weather events. Over the last 3 days of the week, this was the image of the Sun, when the Sun's image is photographed by light in wavelength of 4,500 angstrom. 1 angstrom is a 10 billionth part of a meter. 4,500 angstrom shows the Sun's surface, called the photosphere. This image is the Sun's image in 304 angstrom. This light is emitted from the chromosphere and transition region. Over the last 3 days of the week, the Sun looked like this in 171 angstrom. Image in this wavelength shows Sun's atmosphere, or corona, when it's quiet. It also shows giant magnetic arcs known as coronal loops. Finally, the image that highlights the regions of the corona during a solar flare is this. The image is taken in 94 angstrom and it reveals that there had been no large flares over the last 3 days. From all these images, we can clearly see a large sunspot group in the northern hemisphere, gradually turning out of the Earth's direction in the last 3 days of the week. This sunspot group appeared towards the Earth early in April and again towards the beginning of this week near the 25th of April, causing a high in sunspot number and F10.7 values each time. The sunspot number got raised to about 120, while the F10.7 value was about 160. If these sunspot group can keep themselves up for another solar rotation, we shall see such a rise in these two parameters again by around 20th day of May. The Sun emits energetic particles and X-ray radiations, the magnitude of which abruptly appreciates during and after the strong flares. This week, we have witnessed such a phenomenon. On 26th of April, we witnessed a moderate rise in the average low-energy X-ray flux over the day. However, on 29th of April, there was a sudden increase of the low-energy X-ray to an abruptly high value. However, this lasted for a time of about 2 hours and would probably not much affect the average daily value. Amongst the particles, the average low-energy proton flux also showed an abrupt appreciation on 29th of April to a value which is about 3 times the nominal. The electron flux also showed similar rise in its content value. Notice that the rise started from post 9 hours in UT. The probable reason for this may be established from this video. This is a solar coronagraph for the 29th of April. Notice here the blast that is occurring in time about 9:30 in the UT. A portion of this may have contributed to this rise in the energetic particle flux on 29th. On 30th of April, between 14 and 15 hours, UT, there had been a massive CME in the Sun. Notice the magnitude of the blast in this video. We shall be able to perceive the effect of this within a couple of days. So, the next week's video will be interesting to watch. I am sure you shall not miss that. Z component of the Interplanetary Magnetic Field, IMF, BZ remained positive during the earlier part of this week. On the 27th of April, it showed a reversal in the polarity and moved from +8 to about -8 and remained southward for long. Again, on 29th of April, it showed another fall to a value of -10 nanotesla near the Ute moon. Accordingly, the D street, which is modulated by the formation of ring current and hence, in turn, the southward status of the IMF, BZ, showed negative values within this period. The maximum negative value was on 29th, when it reached up to -40 nanotesla. This week, the planetary K-index, KP, showed highs and lows. The highest value was observed on late 27th, when it crossed the +5 mark. So, these were the major space weather events and news this week. The presentation has been made by spaceweather.tech. For more such news on space weather, watch our channel next week. To support us, and to get the news on time, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you for being with us. Have a very nice week ahead.